We've got the Acura MDX Type S.
This is a special vehicle, Acura's secret weapon.
Ooh, that sounds good. Oh my God, how great is this?
All right, so that is a turbo V6 engine under the hood. Andrea, how much power does it put out?
355 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. It's matched to a 10-speed automatic transmission, standard all-wheel drive, and Acura recommends premium fuel for this model.
Now, I remember a lot of people complained when this engine was introduced, and they said only 355 horsepower. It's all the way it comes together. Trust me, this has got enough jam. It's a special vehicle.
It even has a great sound to it.
All right, let's get into what do you get with this top trim? What are the key standard features?
The base trim comes with a 12.3-inch display with true touchpad interface and Amazon Alexa, a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, heated and ventilated front seats, and a heated flat-bottom steering wheel, driver and passenger power seats with memory system, perforated leather seats, a panoramic sunroof, heated rear seats, and a hands-free power tailgate with walk-away close. Since there is only one Type S trim in Canada and two trims in the US, not all of these features are standard, but they are available.
Our favorite, Andrea, push-button transmission and a trackpad. But anyway, what can we put it in?
Got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure to like and subscribe, but also follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to see what's going on behind the scenes and to get a question in. More on that halfway through the video. And for me, it's Motormouth_Auto. The links are below the like button. Got an email from Acura. The Type S is available. Would you like? Yes, I'd like it again. Because when we drove this just over 2 years ago, I said this is a special vehicle. It really doesn't have any competitors. No. Are you kind of on board with that?
Well, I just think it really blends performance and comfort level. You know, something like a Mercedes-Benz AMG or a BMW M model, this is not it, which makes it so unique in this category because it never beats you up. It's just such a great daily driver, whether you have it in comfort mode or you want it to be a little bit more engaging in Sport Plus that this Type S model gets. It's actually a lot of fun.
Let's run through what makes it unique. Air suspension.
This comes with a new height adjustable air suspension. So when you put it in Sport and Sport Plus modes, it lowers the vehicle to give you that real sporty feel that you expect from a performance SUV. Or raise it with the new lift mode for extra ground clearance. This is perfect for cottage trails or deep snow.
That's typically only on the top German trims you get that.
Yeah.
You get that Sport Plus setting Andrea mentioned. You get the brembo brakes, and you get a more aggressive all-wheel drive system for handling.
Yeah.
And I think that it all comes together to make it a German car alternative, even at a discount.
And the way they do it is with the advanced torque vectoring technology. This has got a double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. You know, you also get the quad exhaust pipes that are round on this MDX Type S.
Now, Andrea, is this rental car red?
It is not rental car red, in my opinion.
No, it
I
isn't.
think it is a gorgeous red.
It's rich. It's rich.
My gosh, it suits this Type S with all the black exterior accents. You've got the Type S badging. I think for a 7-passenger SUV, this is a family hauler. This thing looks hot.
Now, it isn't inexpensive. It is a luxury product, and we're getting into the pricing a little bit later. Let's get through all the features you get on the outside.
The Type S gets up to 9.4 inches of ground clearance, which is more than the regular MDX at up to 7.3 inches. This comes standard with LED jewel-eye headlights, LED fog lights, LED taillights, 21-inch wheels, and wide performance tires, and a tire repair kit.
So there are some high points on the inside and some low points.
Yeah.
High point, Andrea, massaging seats.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm not sure I'm going to get him out of that seat. He can turn it on here. There's 9 modes.
What isn't good? It was cold this morning here.
Yeah.
The heated seats take forever to warm up. I don't know what the deal is with that.
And the heated steering wheel is a little bit slow in getting warm as well.
All right, so those are a couple of low points. Let's just keep on with the low points, Andrea. All the piano black, the trackpad and the push button. This is looking kind of dated now compared to many competitors, and it's not our favorite.
It's not our favorite. There are some good points. You've got metallic wood trim in here, which actually is a little bit nicer than the piano black. There's plenty of storage. Seats are very comfortable. Some of you have reached out and you said, you know, I've got an older model and I don't find the seats comfortable. Well, I find these seats really comfortable.
Yeah, they just don't get warm in a hurry.
They don't get warm in a hurry. You know, getting in and out of the vehicle, because it kind of has that lower, wider stance, it's really easy. You're not climbing into it. So I like that about it. It's got some great features in it, from the panoramic sunroof, leather trimmed interior with piping and stitching. Now in the US, there's two trims. We just have one trim in Canada. So this is what is in the MDX Type S.
The spendiest one is what we get,
That's
unfortunately.
Right. Now in the US, you get an ultra suede interior on that base model, but you do get this available leather. There's also ambient lighting, and there's 25 different areas within the vehicle that lights up. I think what we can all agree on is, although this comes with a lot of features, the trackpad is an annoying, glitchy one that I know some of you who own the MDX and RDX tell me that you do get used to it.
Now, we ran through the key standard features, but here's some other features available in the US and on our top trim here in Canada. ESL sound system, surround view camera, adaptive cruise control, a head-up display, and USB charging on all 3 rows. Here's me getting in the second row. This is a nice size second row. We're going to touch on the removable center seat in a moment. How does it stack up?
Comparing the MDX to the Lincoln Aviator, the Acura offers 41.6 inches of front row legroom and 38.5 inches of second row legroom, which is about half an inch less in both rows compared to the Lincoln.
Just one touch to flip and slide the second row seats forward. You climb on in. It's just 2 seats in the back. It isn't huge, but it's good enough for kids.
Third row legroom at 29.1 inches is the same as the Lincoln.
When you open the power liftgate, you get a useful cargo space behind the third row, and there is storage underneath.
MDX space behind the second row is 48.4 cubic feet, and overall space is 95 cubic feet, which is bigger than the Aviator.
Now, you did have questions about that middle seat, so let's get at it.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Could you speak more about the removable seat and how the configuration feels and looks once the seat is removed? Does it look like there's part of the seat missing, or does it actually feel and look like true captain's chairs?
Well, I'm going to show you me wrestling it out. By the way, the middle seat, it isn't light.
No.
So you need to be able to pull it out and in. I suspect a lot of people leave it in the corner of the garage. It doesn't give you the captain's chairs where you have the armrest on the inside. That's the only downside. But this is a great solution. I wish more car companies did it. They have it on the Honda Pilot too.
They sure do. I think for a larger vehicle with a third row, this is such a wonderful option, because typically on the top trim, you lose that and you get captain's chairs with many brands. So Honda and Acura, in my opinion, are doing it right. What you are losing are cup holders. But, you know, you've got the pockets in the door,
Hey,
and you can put a bottle, right?
It's a nice solution, and I think a lot of people will like the flexibility.
And also keep in mind that this has only 2 seats in the third row. So if you didn't have that option and you just went with captain's chairs, then this becomes a 6-passenger vehicle.
An expensive 6-passenger vehicle.
Which doesn't work for everybody. I heard a rumor that the new 2025 Acuras are going to finally get rid of the track pads for touchscreens. I sure hope this is true. Fingers crossed.
Ditto. Next. We agree too.
We would love to see that the trackpad disappears for newer models, and my gut is yes.
Well, I think they're going to go
trackpad.
down that Google Automotive back end thing probably in touchscreens. Listen, they've heard over and over from us and other people. They know it. Lexus got rid of it, so
they're going to get rid of it.
It's going to be like it's going to be like Billy Joel. I'm moving out.
Yeah. How does it compare with the Mazda CX-90 that you drove? Wow, so different, these two. One of the big ones, this offers air suspension, and the CX-90 does not.
Just because it has an inline 6-cylinder in the CX-90,
Yeah.
and it's a rear bias all-wheel drive system, don't think that you're getting BMW Light or even Acura MDX Type S Light. It's not the same. It's just their way of doing a 6-cylinder 3-row SUV. This will do circles around it based on the suspension and the braking system alone. This feels really well calibrated and well done. On paper, we mentioned it at the beginning, on paper it doesn't sound like it has a lot of power. It's the way it all is calibrated with the transmission. It works really well.
And a couple things about the Mazda that's very different from this MDX Type S. The steering in the Mazda is very heavy. As well, the suspension is also firmer than this. So when you're hauling around a 7-passenger SUV, you might find the steering, that heavy feeling, maybe a little bit too much for you. The steering in this model is a little bit light for my liking.
But it's very precise.
It is very precise. And when you do put it in the Sport Plus mode, it does firm up a bit. That is kind of the steering that I would prefer in the Sport Plus mode for a large vehicle. Still makes it easy to get around the city. Turning radius is good on this, so you just like take those corners. That's the beauty of this Type S.
You know what CX-90 is selling?
What?
The plug-in, not the inline 6-cylinder. I just read this morning on Automotive News. It's the plug-in that's doing the heavy lifting.
And the transmission in the CX-90 is a little bit laggy. I know many of you have reached out to me and they actually went and tried the CX-90 and they found the same thing.
Yeah,
we do find the transmission in the plug-in hybrid to be better.
And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
I think this has been discussed before, but I can't remember. Will they ever offer a hybrid option?
Well, Acura used to have a performance hybrid MDX.
Yeah.
And it sold like a hot turd. So they got rid of it. I think the timing was wrong on that. I think if they brought back something that looked like this, it probably would do okay now.
Well, for everyone who has that hybrid, keep it. Don't get rid of it.
I'm not saying it was a hot turd. It sold like a hot turd.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was just a different time. Now hybrids are so popular. Fuel prices are so high. Acura has gone on record to say that they are going straight to pure EVs. But we're seeing a lot of brands who said the exact same thing, changing their plans a bit and coming out with plug-in hybrids and hybrids. So maybe Acura will do the same. I mean, who's to know? Honda, on the other hand, hybrids are definitely in the mix for them.
All right, let's get into all the vital stats you need to know.
Let's start with pricing. In Canada, the Type S is just under $88,500, and in the US, the base model Type S is just under $68,500. The top trim, $73,800.
Here's the fuel economy, 13.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 11.2 on the highway. That's just 17 miles per gallon city, 21 miles per gallon highway. It can tow, though, 5,000 pounds. And the warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles. In the United States, complimentary scheduled maintenance is covered for 2 years, or 24,000 miles. So we've chosen 4 vehicles that compete with this based on horsepower. So let's have a look.
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Genesis GV80 3.5T. It is a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, 375 horsepower, and a starting price of $83,000.
The Lincoln Aviator, also with a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, 400 horsepower though, and a starting price of almost $76,000.
The Lexus TX 500H with a combined 366 horsepower and a starting price just over $87,000.
The Audi Q7 with the turbo V6, 335 horsepower, and a starting price of almost $83,000.
So there are 4 3-row luxury SUVs for you to consider.
Lightning round, 2 things we like, 2 things we'd like to see improved.
I really like the performance, the blend of power and comfort.
This really is a value when you compare it to its German rivals.
I know I keep saying it, but the trackpad's gotta go.
The push button shifter's gotta go.
And all that piano black. Oops, 3.
That's 3. All right, that's it for the MDX Type S. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.